Initiate startup process.
Now, all the way live.
Hey, yo, y'all know what this is.
Jamming the most hip-hop and R&B.
I want to introduce to y'all
Infamous. Call your friends and tell them it's going down now.
It's going down.
You understand that?
Amadeuz is live.
Let's go.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Infamous Hour Live. I'm your host, the Infamous Amadeuz. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at the Infamous Amadeuz. And make sure you follow the Infamous Hour podcast / FM radio show. Very annoying that they refer to my show as a podcast when it's actually like an FM radio show that is combined. And we've done more numbers than a lot of you guys have done in streams in 10 years. Okay? Fact. Be clear. Of course, the Infamous Hour is an amazing experience, and I have my guy here in the building, SiriusXm Zone. We are in the I Am Funny Than You official trap house in an undisclosed location. Tone Vera, Infamous Hour. What's up?
What up? Yes, live in the building. Glad to be here.
That's right.
Glad you guys came through too.
That's right. Go ahead. And then so I have one co-host, Tone Vera, and I actually have them here. I don't know how many times we've been here at the same time. We was together in Vegas. I don't think we've all been in the same room that many times, right? But I have my Dominican Linda herself, Miss Get Adam here.
Miss Get Adam is always
Infamous Hour, you gotta talk to the mic.
Miss Get Adam is always in the building.
There we go.
Yes.
Miss Get Adam, we came to New York today. What are you most looking forward to in New York? Because we actually live in the woods, right?
Yes. And we came out here to the nice buildings and stuff.
I actually enjoy the chimichurri trucks in New York. I do.
You want a chimmy?
I do want a chimmy.
He felt like he was coming out here to get real Dominican with me.
Oh, super Dominican. Round of applause.
Super Dominican.
That's right. So, of course, the Infamous Hour, the topic for today is top 5 producers that got bars. And obviously, I have stirred up some controversy, not purposely. It's not purposely. I was just having general conversations with people, and we've had some amazing conversations. I want to introduce my panel. First, over there in the corner over there, our resident Russian. He has almost 100,000 streams. He got a dope record with Styles P. He got a record with Crooked Eye, and probably by the time you'll hear his single with myself, Saigon, and Blazin'. Welcome to the Infamous Hour, Blazin'.
Yep. What's up? Get at him, baby.
Blazin', without giving up a list, just, producers that rap, right? Because this is a very interesting conversation that we're actually going to talk about moving forward. But what is the actual definition to you of a producer that can rap?
I mean, it's basically the full package. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to mention names. I kind of want to summarize it with a few names, but we'll get there.
Okay.
But it's basically the full package. You know
all right, so we're gonna definitely name my list. And of course, on the left of me, I have our resident Dale Master. It is exactly 91 degrees, and he's too cool for school because he has the polo long sleeve with a hoodie, and it's hot outside. Thurs 1PR, welcome to the Infamous Hour.
Yes, you know the vibes. Once again, it's a hip-hop historian. I'm going to have the best list like last time. Let us proceed, indeed. Thank you.
Top 5 producers with bars. Obviously, we stirred up a controversy for no reason, because it wasn't really us. I think people got upset, or rap artists got upset because the people that were relaying the list, they, how important is the top 5 list now? Because it's like,
I mean, it's super important, but one thing I could say that a lot of people have been copying your format as of late. So ever since you started doing a top 5 list, I've seen several other podcasts and things of that nature trying to emulate the Infamous Hour style. So I'm disgusted.
It's okay. They've been biting us from the 90s. It's okay. And then over to the right of me, we may have to swing the camera around. Had me come here 2 hours early. I was trying to be courteous to my friend, but it's my real friend, so it's okay. This was my actual real life friend. He was in my wedding. Anybody who's in your wedding is your real friend. Round of applause for that. Shot Boogie HDTV, welcome to the Infamous Hour.
Yo.
Now you are an actual hip hop fan. We've been doing this for a long time. Producers with bars, does that get misconstrued in a sense where they may confuse an MC that was producing first or vice versa?
I mean, it depends how long they've been putting in work as a producer and a rapper. Like some people that have been around for a while, you'd be like, oh, I never knew he produced that. You know, he rap.
Yeah.
But Sometimes, yeah, it can happen.
Okay. All right. And then over there in the corner, we have the newest member of Get Out Records, who is actually not the newest member because he was on Get Out Records for all you guys before. He went on a vacation because he was bored here. He just went on vacation, came back. Rod the Broker, welcome to the Inphamus Hour. Can we pass Rod the microphone?
Yo. What's the dilly?
Rod the Broker, the MC
what up?
of MCs, top 5 producers that can rap. Now, you are a person that has access to a lot of beats. How impressive is it for a guy that can send you a hot beat and then he can spit a hot rhyme as well?
I mean, I think like when it comes to producers that's, how can I say, multi-talented like that, it's just like, I mean, you know, it's just more money to be made. Like, that's just like another avenue, another way for you to eat.
Yeah.
So it's like producers like that, they be super rich.
That's
I know that.
Getting that money. And then our final panelist, I've actually known him more than anybody in this room, longer than everybody in this room. Me and this guy robbed a few people back in the day. We did some bad stuff back in the day, but he's still here. The set manager of the Inphamus Hour, Mike Gage. Welcome to the Inphamus Hour. On the panel. Top 5 producers all time that got bars. You're from Harlem. A lot of guys from Harlem produced and rapped at the same time. How talented is the skill to be able to do both?
Well, honestly, to me, if you're an artist, well, as a rapper, I think it would be a lot easier for you to make your own beats because it gives you your own lane of rapping.
That's an interesting perspective.
That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Let's get into these lists.
All right, so if you're ready to hit top 5 list, round of applause in the room, please. Round of applause in the room. All right, so I'm going to go first. And then we're going to spin the room around. Now, I really thought about this, like really thought about this. And matter of fact, before I say my list, can we roll the footage of some of our Inphamus Hour guests who have had top 5 producers? We had Havoc, we had Daddy I.U, and much more. Let's roll the footage right now. Quickly, I saw this interesting exchange about the top 5 MCs of all time. And you're in a very interesting space because you're an MC and a producer. So who is your top 5 MC/producers? Producers that rap.
Damn, son. Dilla.
Yeah. Dilla.
Dilla, Madlib. Dilla, Madlib. Producer rap. Oh, Diamond D. Showbiz. I'm trying to think of producers that rap. Damn. I think some more on that one, but yeah, those 3 so far. 4. Yeah.
Q-Tip?
Yeah. Q-Tip. I'm bugging.
Q-Tip? Yeah.
I'm bugging. Q-Tip. Who else? Somebody else. That's rapping, DJing. Who?
Rapper producer Havoc.
Oh gosh. To me, he's like number two.
Rapper producer? Yeah,
on my
Havoc,
list,
definitely.
Havoc is like number 2, man. Because his raps make that happen, man.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say Dilla, Madlib, Havoc, Diamond, Eric Sermon.
Eric Sermon. A lot of people Eric Sermon. To this, so we have a segment here on the Inphamus Hour, our top 5 segment. We've done everything from top 5 fast food sandwiches to top 5 MCs. So Havoc, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Super random question. Top 5 producers that can rap.
Top 5 producers that can rap: Dr. Dre, Kanye, Q-Tip, Pete Rock.
Okay.
And Large Professor.
Round of applause.
He had that ready to go.
No, he did. And when I interview, today's question is top 5 producers that got bars. We'll start with Freeway and then we go to Daddy I.U. Top 5 producers with bars.
Top 5 producers that got bars?
Yeah.
You know, number 1, Kanye. Number 2.
Somebody good ones to choose from.
Yeah, definitely so many good ones to choose from. Chocolate Boy Wonder.
Okay.
Pete Rock. Yeah, I mean, you gotta. Yeah, I mean, down with the king.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know, but Just got bars on the low.
Just got bars? Yeah. Low. So that's 3.
Man, who really got bars though? Like, well, of course. Damn, I probably gotta put Havoc number 2.
Havoc?
Yeah, you know, cause I know Havoc for bars even before the beats. Like, you know what I mean? Before I knew he was producing them shits, I was locked into the flow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like for him to be able to produce at that level too, like I take my hat off to Havy.
Yeah, he changed the game.
Definitely changed the game.
I think I got one
early.
more. What else you got?
I'm stuck.
Q-Tip?
Oh man.
Large Professor? A few of them.
Oh man, I was about to say Large Professor.
I gotta like definitely love Large Professor, but Q-Tip, man, you know, Q-Tip, man, Q-Tip special, man.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Q-Tip was super special.
Granddaddy I.U, top 5 producers with bars all time.
I was maybe Diamond D.
Ooh,
okay. Ooh, that's a good one.
The clutch.
You don't know Slick Rick.
Slick
Rick produced a lot of his own joints.
Did he?
What?
Really?
What?
I didn't know
that. Man. Look it up.
Learned something new today.
Curtis Blow.
Curtis Blow
produced for the Fat Boys and everybody else.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So that's 3.
I gotta say, like my man said, Pete Rock.
Legendary.
I ended off with Large Professor.
Large Professor. Round of applause. They top 5 list. Top 5 list. All right, we're back on the Inphamus Hour. That was some opinions of some of the legendary MCs of all time that had bars. Pete Rock. Shout out to them for coming to the Inphamus Hour. So, number 5 on my list. Now, I changed my list. I'm going to be honest. I changed my list twice. And when I really thought about the list, I put this person 5 because I think we need to start having the conversation. Because I think a lot of guys are still stuck in the 90s, right? If you're 51 and you're still wearing baggy pants, you are stuck in the 90s. I'm talking to you. Okay? And I'm here on Boom Bap Nation all the time, and I understand it. But when I hear lists sometimes, it's like lists don't pass 95. And that is honestly unfair to the evolution of hip-hop. You can feel how you feel about rap now, but you cannot deny the guy who's number 5 on my list, J.Cole. Number 5 on my list. And I've inserted him in the list because the reality is, in a different time, he would probably be number 1 on this list. Let's be clear. His production credits include Wale, Kendrick Lamar, DJ Khaled, Shakira. Almost every record you heard from J. Cole, he has literally produced, but he has suffered from the change of music, right? He has suffered from the change of music. He has suffered from the auto-tune era. He has suffered from the digital era, and he has suffered from the quote-unquote super producer era. But to me, he is top 5 producers with bars, and honestly, at some point, we're going to have to start talking about him top 5 MCs all the time, period. At some point, we're going to start having to have this conversation, because I'm almost certain that in your top 5, you can think of at least one person that J. Cole raps better than, period. Okay? Ooh. Number 4 on my list is a no-brainer when it comes to top 5 MCs with bars. He didn't get his due diligence because he passed away early, but what he meant to the culture is ridiculous. And I actually tried to remake a few of his beats, and it is so complicated to remake his beats because he evolutionized sampling, where it's like he would cut like a kick to a snare and then a snare to a snare. So for people that are listening to this right now, when you hear music in general, your producers kind of loop, or they'll they'll split the loop in half. He really rearranged the way a beat would sound and created another beat. J Dilla, number 4 on my list. Donuts. J Dilla, super dope, amazing producer with bars. Now, number 3 on my list, honestly, it's a 3-way tie. And the reason why it's a 3-way tie is because I honestly couldn't decide who fit in the list. And the third person in this list is honestly unfair to them because I know he wrote every lyric that he put. But for the sake of political reasons, I put 3 people in my number 3. I have Kanye West, I have Dr. Dre, and I have Daz Dillinger tied number 3. And I say it's unfair because honestly, Daz Dillinger should be here by himself. But you cannot ignore the impact that Dr. Dre and Kanye has had. I mean, how can you ignore? All right. Number 2 on my list, it's a no-brainer. Mount Vernon Zone, Bars, the king of the remix, probably produced more hot records than any producer on this list. Pete Rock, number 2 on the list. And number 1 is it's my personal favorite. I think he evolutionized the game. He took at an era where we were like at super fast tempo beats, and he slowed them down. And he took Q-Tip's production value and really recreated it and made it gangster. He made me from the Bronx or from Harlem, wanna be from Queens. Havoc, number 1 on my list. Havoc to be number 1 on my list. Top 5 producers with bars. So let me know how you feel about this list right now. Go in the comment section right now. We're actually live right now. Boom Bap Nation, this is the Inphamus Hour. And I'm going to go around the room. I'm going to ask people their top 5 producers with bars. So let's go over to Miss Get Adam because she's on the left. Now, Miss Get Adam, top 5 producers with bars. Go.
All right, so we're going to go into this, but I'm not going to make this that long because Jesus. And you are the host for real.
I am. That's what I'm supposed to do.
So we're going to talk about the list. We're going to make it short and sweet, though.
Let's do it.
So we're going 5 to 1, right?
5 to 1, yeah.
All right. 5 is Diamond D.
Diamond D from the Bronx.
Ooh, just because he's from the Bronx, baby.
The
We
Bronx.
gotta have the Bronx up in here.
Wow, Miss Get Adam.
Classics. Diamond D is number 5.
Diamond D.
Okay.
Miss Get Adam. You got to have a lot of new followers after this.
Everybody on
Oh, she like Diamond D?
list,
Ooh, following.
Follow Miss Get Adam. Okay. j.cole is number 4.
j.cole.
Come on. I don't even need an explanation for that. He's classic. He got bars. And he has put in his work out here. Unfortunately, he has not been that acknowledged. Yeah. But
as a producer, definitely.
As a producer, nah. But we know who he is. Everybody. It's j.cole.
j.cole.
Okay, let's keep on one more list. Kanye.
Kanye. To the west.
Kanye has to be there. He's a little crazy, people. Mm-hmm. But he has done his work out here. Every type of form. He's on everybody's. He's just classic.
Okay, Kanye West.
Let's go. Next, Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Let's not forget, he's like a billionaire now, right?
No, he is, yeah.
Okay,
Dr.
and he's
Dre.
put in his work too. Has produced a lot of heat out here.
That's right.
Okay.
And he's made a lot of careers.
A lot of careers out here. And number 1 is Havoc.
Havoc, Mobb Deep. Oh, we got the same number 1.
That is.
You know, you could tell I've been sleeping with her for a long time. Number 1.
Very similar list. Very similar.
Just off of the Hennessy jersey.
The Hennessy jersey.
Let's not forget, people.
Number 1.
My Hennessy jersey was fire. I support the Havoc all day.
All right, let's go. Let's go to this side of the room. Rada Broker. Can we put the mic down? This is the Inphamus Hour right now. If you're watching Boom Bap Nation live right now, I need you to go in the comments. Let me know what you think about our list, and let me know what you think about your list. I actually want to shout some people out that's watching right now. Rada Broker, Harlem Zone, top 5 producers with bars. Go.
All right. My list is kind of crazy because I don't got like a 5 to 1.
Okay.
It's just a list.
Okay.
But if I had to rank them, number 1, I'm gonna put Kanye.
Kanye.
You know what I'm saying? Because, Ye, like he a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, he revolutionized this shit. Like, you know what I mean? He put the whole Chicago on. Mm-hmm. Like, he put dudes that was lyricists that wasn't getting they just due, like Pusha T and them cats. Mm-hmm. Like, he put them in position to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I put Kanye at 1.
Kanye 1.
Number 2, I'm gonna have to go with Eminem.
Eminem.
I'm gonna go with Eminem because,
Eminem.
Like when he started doing beats, I was shocked. like I was like, oh shit, like he did this Nas beat, like he did that joint on
Cross.
Godson.
The Cross.
You know what I'm saying? The Cross. Yeah. He did some joints. You know what I'm saying?
Now, hold on. Now, do you think they get slack because, see, like when we was growing up, in a sense where you would cop a CD and you would open the CD and you would look for the credits to see who did the beats, but because he was almost in the beginning of the digital streaming era, do you think that is the reason why we don't talk about Eminem more? Like literally, the Shade 45 page, one of my pages, like, yo, you gotta include Eminem in the top 5.
Right.
So do you think people like J.Cole, Eminem, and Kanye to a certain extent suffer from not being included in this list?
I mean, yeah, like, of course, because it's like, I mean, like they good at everything they do, so it's like, it's kind of like they cheating. Like everybody else is like damn, I can only rap. You know what I'm saying? Like they can make the beat and rap. So it's like, yo, man, I want to learn how to make beats so I could do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause then you could manipulate the sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could be like, all right, this is how I want to sound, and you could make that shit. Like that's crazy. So definitely Kanye too.
Multiple curses in here. Editing.
Oh yeah, my bad. My bad.
All right. Who else you got on the list?
All right, so number 3, I'm gonna go with All right. So my number 3, I'm gonna have to go with who I had, man.
He pulled out the phone.
Hold on. Who I had? All right, so I had Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
You know what I'm saying? I had Dre because that's the doc. Like, what hasn't he done? You know what I'm saying? He did the Chronic. You know what I'm saying? He did all that old school stuff. You know what I'm saying? All them old school joints.
Good job of not cursing. Rob,
you know what I
both
mean?
of you. Thank you.
You know what I mean? He did all them joints. And
Okay.
yeah, man, that was like that's Dre, man. Like,
All right, so who's number 4?
So my number 5, because that was 4, right?
No, that's 3.
4.
Is that 4? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so my number 5 is Havoc.
Havoc,
Number 5
Mobb
is
Deep.
Havoc. You know what I'm saying? And,
I'm surprised that Havoc is not higher on your
matter
list.
of fact, you're right. That was 4.
I'm surprised Havoc is not higher on the list.
Nah, so I will put Havoc at 4, and then I will put J.Cole at 5.
J.Cole. Wow, J.Cole.
Yeah, because
3 times.
Yeah,
You're cheating
you
off my list.
You gotta put Cole on there.
No, you never had Cole on the list.
On there.
Don't even come talk about J. Cole. Put the camera on this guy. He's about to lie right now. Nobody had J. Cole,
like,
including
in the
her.
studio, like,
I
making
put
the
J. Cole.
like, you see him doing it, like.
Nope.
We had a
You know
whole
what I'm saying?
conversation about
Nobody had J. Cole. She cheated off my list.
First of all, I told you, bro.
All right.
Like, those, they solid. Havoc and J. Cole, they solid. Kanye, Drake, like that. Those
Okay,
solid
solid.
cats. Like,
Round of Broker. Round of applause for this guy. Round of Broker. Now, next to the right, behind the scenes guy, even though he's really in the forefront. And you know what? When I went to Madison Square Garden, I only had one ticket to go to Madison Square. I had one ticket. And I'm like, you know what? I can only bring one person to share Madison Square Garden with me. And no offense to everybody in the room, because I love all of you the same. Shy Boogie was a guy. Even my wife had to sit in the stands. Shy Boogie was with me. No, facts.
We're not going to bring up old stuff. We all had fun.
All right. Shy Boogie, top 5 producers with bars. Go.
All right, so my list goes. Oh man, I got a crazy list. I would say Pete Rock.
Pete Rock. This is no order. Or this is.
Nah, it's no order.
Okay, Pete Rock.
That's the soul brother number 1. Q-Tip.
Q-Tip. I was waiting for Q-Tip.
Q-Tip. I watched the documentary yesterday on Q-Tip, and like it was just amazing. I got Havoc. Dr. Dre. And I would say the RZA.
Clutch.
I would say the RZA.
The RZA clutch.
I would say the RZA.
Okay,
they you know why I say the RZA? They changed they made their own sound.
No, they did. And especially with the Chinese influence and martial arts.
A lot of karate flicks.
So bottom line is, because we have a lot of people watching right now, Boom Bap Nation, we're live right now on Facebook. Make sure you put your thoughts in the comments right now. Who is number 1 out of that list though?
I would say I would say the RZA.
RZA number 1.
I would say RZA.
List clutch.
RZA, like his movie, like his beats production been in like stuff people don't even be watching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
I got an honorable mention too. We're gonna
yeah, we get to the honorable mention. All right, so next up, before we go to Torres, Torres next? All right, so next up, our Dale Master, the baby old king himself, Torres 1PR. Welcome to the Inphamus Hour. Top 5 producers with bars. Shoot for it.
All right, so first and foremost, I'm appalled because Shy Boogie stole my number 1, but that's my guy, so he can get away with it, right? So my list slightly changed when I got here because you said top 5 producers that got bars, right?
Yes.
And I noticed that I had some people on here that unfortunately had ghostwriters, right? So I cannot put them in the top 5 list if somebody wrote for them, right? So before I get into my top,
but before you even say that, right? It's questionable to some point that some guys even did their own beats. Major key alert. We can question.
That's a note. I put a footnote in there.
We can question on everybody's top 5 list, including mine, whether or not guys did their own beats. So what is exactly the difference at this point, right? It's like, what exactly is the difference? They want to talk about, he didn't write his rhymes.
I mean, if you do more of your own stuff, you might be better off. That's how I look at it. Because if you're doing a lot of, you know what I'm saying, so like if you're doing a whole lot of somebody else's work, it's like, you know what I mean? And we could tell.
Like a Kanye, right? So Kanye, this is a good conversation because Kanye, he gets a lot of slack, right? Because he didn't write his own rhymes, but he did a lot of beats for a lot of guys. He did. All right, back to Torres 1PR. Spin the camera around. Torres 1PR, top 5 producers of bars all time. Go.
All right, so initially who I had on there, I had Alchemist, right? So I love Alchemist and whatnot, whatever, but I know he got help with the pen. No disrespect to Alchemist.
Well, we don't know that, though.
I do know that, but neither here nor there. Yeah.
You know what? When I interviewed Big Twin, we showed the clip earlier. When I interviewed Big Twin, his top 5 list was very like defined. It was Alchemist. It was Evidence. Like he named a lot of guys like Madlib. He named a lot of guys that were like super underground. Go ahead.
All right, so let me get to it. All right. So who's on my list? Number 5, Daz Dillinger, West Coast. Official, did work with Pac. Everybody in the West Coast, he's like the G.O.D. out there, whatever.
And
so
he did a lot of
him.
beats on the Chronic.
That's on the strength of that alone, right there. Top 5 automatically, right? Shout out to the guy Daz, right? Number 4, I switched it up, whatever, and because of Infi influenced me, I had to put j.cole in there because he's dope. The new album is official. He did a lot of records, and you know he just doesn't get enough credit for that, so he's number 4. Number 3. I put Kanye up in there only because the impact he's had on music as a producer and everything like that. But you did bring up a good point. Some of even the production that he did has been questionable in terms of other producers submitting it, which my honorable mention knows a lot about that. We'll talk about that later. So number 3, Kanye. Number 2, definitely Havoc. You know, I came up on the infamous, you know what I'm saying, Mobb Deep. 25 years later, he's still relevant, whatever. Rest in peace, Prodigy and Mobb Deep. And number 1, definitely got to be the RZA.
RZA, wow.
The RZA because of his influence.
Twice.
So not only because of his lyrics as an individual on like the Bobby Digital album, but also all the contributions he's had on every Wu-Tang album, and him single-handedly producing damn near every Wu-Tang album and movies and acting. You know what I'm saying? So as an all-around portfolio, as a producer and like as a music aficionado, I think RZA is definitely one of the top.
You know, to go off that topic, you know, when we did the top 5 MCs conversation, I was a little disappointed that nobody said GZA. Not even in our conversation, just even in the chats. Like, GZA is like super dope, amazing MC. Like, I think maybe he was too calculated, maybe he's too advanced in a sense.
I agree. I was actually listening to a GZA playlist on the way here just to get my mind right. Because sometimes when I want to be in the zone and be on my metaphysical, intellectual, you know, mental capacity shit, like I'm bumping some GZA. So definitely super dope. Everybody in the Wu-Tang will tell you themselves that he's the best.
Okay.
You know
all right. Next up, my co-host Tone Vera, Inphamus Hour Vibes. Tone Vera, top 5 producers of bars. Shoot for it.
All right. So I put a lot of thought into this list. I didn't want to say the most common ones. Like everyone's out there going, he's going to say Kanye. I'm actually not. I'm going to go totally different with this list. So let's go. No particular order.
Okay.
Let's go right here. Timbaland.
With bars. Ooh.
Yeah. With the bars.
I had Timbo too.
Ooh. Nah, we can't sleep.
Okay. If y'all remember the
we can't sleep.
Timbaland and Magoo.
If y'all remember the Timbaland and Magoo days, up jumps the boogie. Okay.
You know what? My favorite Timbaland beat is the Knight Rider sample.
Oh yeah.
It was called The Clock Strikes.
He did it first, and then Busta stole it after.
Oh my God, that Timbaland beat was crazy. Go ahead.
All right, let's go.
Timbaland.
We recently bumped into this guy, DJ Quick.
DJ Quick. Wow, DJ Quick.
West Coast and
Tone in the clutch.
This dude, I'm surprised no one else mentioned him. The Alchemist.
The Alchemist.
Yes.
The Alchemist is super dope.
Yes. All right. Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell Williams, the bars. No, wait. Let's be clear.
I forgot Pharrell rap.
Wait. Let's be clear.
That was my honorable mention.
Wait. Let's be no. But don't say no. We're gonna say honorable mention. Now, Pharrell Williams wrote Teddy Riley's verse on Rump Shaker.
Nice.
Yes.
True that.
People don't know that, and I actually saw a clip of him like spitting bars recently. It was like some throwback. Pharrell Williams. Wow, that's clutch.
Wow.
Yeah. I heard him on this Future joint one time, and I was like, "Oh, everybody's sleeping on Pharrell." And
Yeah.
yes, exactly. Move that dope. Last one, Tone.
Tone who?
Tone Vera?
Oh, sorry. Let me clarify. Tone from Trackmasters.
Tone from Trackmasters.
He raps?
Yes. So if you're a fan of R&B like me, I listen to a lot of R. Kelly's music. He's on a lot of R. Kelly's tracks.
Really?
Doing verses, yeah. Tone from Trackmasters.
You know how much records Tone and Polk produced? Like
A lot.
I remember one day I was pulling her in the car. I'm like, yo, Tone and Polk, Trackmaster, they did a lot of records. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, Tone Vera with the clutch
let's
list.
go.
It's a good list, bro.
Tone Vera. All right, next up, our resident Harlem Shaker, Mike Gage. No, because anytime. All right, listen. If you're drinking a little bit and a G Dep record come on, your shoulders start moving. Just automatically, he get a twitch.
Get smacked.
He be in the corner. He be like, just out of nowhere.
This nigga crazy. All
right, top 5 producers with bars. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Well, my shit ain't in no real.
Stop cursing,
order.
Mike. Editing.
My list
Set manager failing.
isn't in no particular order. So we got
Eminem.
We got Kanye.
Kanye.
We got Cole.
Cole.
Havoc.
Q-Tip. You know what? And this is very disappointing, right? Because when I was interviewing the legends, right, of the clips that we show, Havoc, Pete Rock, I literally had to remind them of Q-Tip, and that was just crazy to me. Like, the fact that I literally had to remind them, like, Q-Tip taught Havoc how to do beats, and Q-Tip was in the era. The fact that I had to remind them was, like, how forgotten he is. And I think it may be because he did a lot of commercial stuff like Vibrant Thing. You know, he did, but he really invented the Mobb Deep snare, what we call the Mobb Deep snare, like the hi-hat or the snare that was, like, wide. It was super dope. So, round of applause, Mike Gage. Okay. Blazing, top 5 producers with bars. Shoot for it.
Top 5 producers with bars. First, no particular order. I'm going to go with the Green Eye Bandit, Eric Sermon. How did nobody mention the Green Eye Bandit? E-Dub, man.
I disrespected Long Island for that. I'm sorry, Eric.
Long Island
I'm
Live,
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry for that.
That right there.
I violated
Crazy.
right there.
Crazy. You know, that funk.
I'm washed.
You know, he's one of the originators of sampling, too.
Yeah.
You know, with EPMD and all that.
Yeah.
And then now he's got Tracklib doing
Tracklib is dope.
great
In
things.
fact, shout out to Tracklib. They DM me the other day. They want to repost my video with Havoc.
So I'm gonna go with E-Dub first. Who I got next? Lord Finesse. Nobody said Lord Finesse either, too.
See, you're underground.
You know what I mean? Like, Lord Finesse, man, like, the punchlines with his bars.
No, Lord Finesse, honestly, at one time was the best rapper.
Yeah, and
even better than Big L.
Funky technician.
Yeah.
You know, put the funk first.
Lord Finesse, yeah.
So I'm gonna go with him. Then I'm gonna take it to Queens. I'm gonna go with Lost Professor. Delivery, everything, crazy. My shit is totally different. My shit is totally different.
Blazing
my shit is totally different.
He knows the list that the fans want to hear here on the Inphamus Hour.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. But that's what I want to hear.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I know what the fans want to hear. But yeah. So who am I going next? I'm gonna take it. Still keep it in Queens. I'm gonna have to say Havoc.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody said Havoc. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just heard some interview the other day. He had like the stove clicking for Shook One's hi-hat.
That was my interview. Round of applause. That was my interview. Let's be clear. Be clear what interview he said that.
Word up.
My
Word.
interview.
Yeah,
Be clear.
Yeah. And then, I'm gonna go with RZA though too.
Wow, RZA #1.
Yeah.
Wow, 3
Well,
times.
I mean, there was no particular order, but yeah, definitely
RZA
though.
tough.
RZA could be #1.
RZA's
so
tough.
unorthodox.
Yeah.
And RZA's flow as an MC.
Yeah.
It's just like way out there.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I gotta
You
go
know,
with that.
when I interviewed Havoc and they were asking about that, the fact that really in Shook Ones, like he really went to the stove and really turned the stove on and put a microphone to the stove, word up, son, and created the hi-hat off that for Shook
Especially
Ones.
at that time.
It's crazy.
Too, at that time.
Not only that, Shook Ones is probably the most quotable hip-hop line ever of all time, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can talk about albums, but Prodigy's first line on that record was absolutely amazing. All right, so we're gonna go around the room. We're gonna an honorable mention. I'm gonna go first.
Oh, me first.
I'm gonna go first. Let me go first.
I wanna go second.
I want to go first, damn it.
I want to go second. Mine's better than yours, Inf.
It might be, but so as I'm interviewing the legends and I'm hearing their top 5 list, I find it very striking that no one mentioned anyone from the South. Right? And it's unfair because it's like, you know, we're like in our own little bubble here on the East Coast. So it's like we only think about Havoc and Diamond D, but what about guys from the South? So my honorable mention got to be Manny Fresh. Period. Manny Fresh. He revolutionized, and Manny Fresh may be singularly responsible, and it could be argued that Manny Fresh is honestly responsible for the sound that we hear today. Period. Without Manny Fresh,
I think next time we have to have an MC producer and rapper producer. You know what I mean?
Because it's like, without Manny Fresh, like this entire generation would have not thrived. Like he really, like out of everyone we mentioned on this list, he really had the most impact. He changed hip hop for like almost probably forever. Like Manny Fresh, my honorable mention. All right, Thurs 1PR, your honorable mention.
My honorable mention is amazing. All right, so I need all y'all to listen. You listen? That was terrible. Who did that? Thanks, Inf. My honorable mention right now is the one and only, the infamous Amadeuz.
Oh man!
No, it's not boo. Don't boo me.
We can't talk about this here.
No. Wait. Don't boo me. I can't.
We can't specify. We can just, you know.
Right. All I gotta say, Google the infamous Amadeuz.
Yeah.
Google production.
Yeah.
Potential ghostwriting credits.
I mean, in a different time, I'll be #1 on this list. Period.
I wish I could really like let the people know like what time it is. I know we can't.
I will get so sued.
I know, but
bro. I mean, honestly, if with the resume, if they actually look into it with the resume, I'd be #1.
But if the people knew the actual singles that you produced,
yeah,
like those multi-platinum singles you produced, this conversation would be very different. Google it, people.
Well, shout out Thurs 1PR. All right, Ms. Get Adam. Honorable mention on this list.
So you want me to go after that?
Yeah.
So now, of course, baby.
Oh my God.
It's Torment's try to mess me up, man. You
That's why I want to go
are
first.
the honorable mention.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Honorable in many ways, baby. But we ain't gonna talk about that now.
Many ways.
Not
Let's
in
go.
Infamous Hour.
Tone, your honorable mention.
Oh man.
Get Tone Vera.
I don't even know if this counts. DJ Khaled.
Oh wow. No, you know what's crazy? We were talking about
somebody was gonna say it.
No, we were talking about this on the way. If DJ Khaled qualifies.
Yeah.
You look like you're related to DJ Khaled. Facts.
That made Thurs want to leave. I started some controversy. I see.
DJ Khaled?
Yeah, Khaled.
Yeah. No, production. For what qualifies as production, he has to be mentioned.
Yeah.
Bro, how, bro?
He's an executive producer.
He has the best ad lib of all time. Another one.
I don't know, maybe
all time.
No, bro. No. this is what we spoke about earlier about people that are producers that's questionable in terms of their beat. Everybody and their mother knows that Cattle do not produce none of them records. No disrespect.
He like a
shout out
Diddy.
to my boy A.O. Juan, who's the engineer. It's my guy from my Dominican dude from Miami.
Technical.
He's engineer,
You
but
know,
yo,
Dominicans be in there.
but son,
Getting technical.
no.
All right, Shah Boogie, HDTV, honorable mention of someone who should be on the list that wasn't mentioned.
To be honest, this might surprise people, but 38 Special.
38 Special.
38 Special. He's definitely, I would say he's
top 5 though.
No, not top 5. I would say he's just
Honorable mention. Yeah. He
I would
got
say.
bars though. He
Yeah,
got bars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean for this era right now.
Yeah.
For bars.
He changed the game. He got his own sound, all that.
Yeah, he revived the game.
Revived all the boom bap rap. Like they definitely got something going on over there in Rochester. You know what I'm saying?
38 Special. Ryder Broker, honorable mention or Blazing. Who we got next? Blazing?
Yeah. I got a little like 3 on top that I was.
3? You can't go 3.
So I'm just saying like this.
You gotta pick one.
All right. Q-Tip, Rock Marciano.
But what are you doing?
Boo this man.
I gotta say it. I gotta give them their flowers.
You only have one. Who is the one?
Q-Tip.
Q-Tip.
I go with
Okay.
Q-Tip.
Ryder Broker, honorable mention. Harlem Zone.
I had a couple too.
No,
You know what I'm
one.
saying?
You gotta have one.
I had a couple too.
One.
Harlem. You know what I mean, but I'm gonna have to give it to E-Dub.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Eric
I
Sermon.
gotta give it to E-Dub because
Y'all family
that's my
too.
family.
Y'all
You know what I'm
family.
saying?
We know that.
He done did beats for me. You know what I'm saying? Them shits be fire, like, and you already know who he is, like, you know, he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He's still doing his thing. For sure. E.
Okay. Mike Gage, producer that wasn't mentioned in your top 5 list. Who do you have in your top 5 honorable mention?
Dolly over here done stole my answer.
What I say?
Said the man is.
Oh man, if it was something theirs.
I've been around. So, yeah.
Talk about it.
Nigga, like he said, nigga, hit the Google, man. That's all I gotta say. If you need the link, holla at
I was a producer before I was a rapper. Round of applause for me.
me. I got the link on deck.
So, if hypothetically speaking, if you were to speak upon it, you could be sued.
Yeah, definitely.
But what if somebody else speaks upon it?
No, nobody can speak.
not
on
gonna
my
do
shit.
We're not gonna get into that.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
cannot do that, okay?
Not.
Listen,
Inbox
be off the record.
at Torres 1PR.
Off the
DM me.
record.
At Torres 1PR. DM me.
There's a
So
conversation
since
to be
people
had.
like to steal our ideas, right? Let's name one producer MC that'll never be on this list.
Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy. Still did. People like to steal our ideas. I mean,
Gage never speaks. He spoke on that one.
no, it's true. One rapper producer that would never be on the list. Man, I'm gonna say Timbaland, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tone.
Boo.
Nigga said Timbaland.
For me, I'm sorry, Tone. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. It's just, you know why? Because he never really rapped for me.
Listen,
Like
you ain't
and
never gonna get a beat from
and
me.
on top of that, he never really rapped in his voice. Like it was like they EQ'd his voice, and he's like, "I'm pulling up." He's like, he never really spit bars for me. So
Nah, son, you gotta go back to the archives.
you know
B.
who else will not be on this list? Swiss Beats. I'm sorry.
That was my answer.
Rap for bars?
Violation.
Never.
Violation.
Never.
Swiss cannot rap.
Towards 1PR because Miss Adams is not gonna have somebody. That's for the Bronx.
I am from the Bronx, baby. I don't have nobody.
All right, one producer with bars that would never be on your list.
Came Jermaine Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri.
I'm with Torres on that list.
We got to do a top 5.
He's
Who's not
making
gonna be
shows
on?
with Kitty Bop.
Top
He's making
5.
Kitty
Who's not
Bop
gonna be
shows
on
right
list?
now.
No, honestly, at some point I'm gonna do. The thing is, it's gonna be uncomfortable because I'm interviewing real rappers about this. It's like I'm gonna do like the top 5 wackest rappers all time.
Yes,
like
yes,
at
we
some
need
point
that.
we
We
gotta
need
talk
That's
about
the
it.
same people. That is
Nah, cause you got niggas that's whack, but they get better.
That should be the next show.
That's the crazy shit. Yeah.
Yo, Felon is like really. Our editing is crazy after this. He's effing editing this.
All right, so I got my top 5 wackest rappers.
No. One producer with bars that'll never be on the list.
All right, one producer
with bars that'll never be
I ain't
on your
gonna lie,
list.
I wouldn't put Alchemist on the list.
Wow.
I've never heard Alchemist rap.
Alchemist.
I never heard
The
Alchemist.
first Infantry album is alright though, but he had a little pen help. You know what I mean?
I ain't never hear. I ain't
Alchemist.
Hear, I know he had Lloyd Banks on there and all that.
Blazing. Can we put the camera over to Blazing? Blazing. One
Would I not have
producer
on the list?
Yeah, that would never make your list ever.
One,
I mean,
sir.
if we talking MCs, I wouldn't put Kanye on the list.
Oh man,
I agree with him.
I love his production. Don't get me wrong. We're talking about MCs and people with bars. Like I wouldn't put him on the list like that because some other shit.
See, there you go. More editing problems. Gage.
I already said Soulja Boy.
He said
So Soulja Boy produces?
Wait, hold on. Give him the mic. No, we need this.
He said Soulja Boy. It's
No.
my turn. It's my turn.
You said that. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
What was that? He said that. He said that. Soulja. More editing. Okay. Sha Boogie, who you got?
The Jizza.
Producers with bars?
He won't be on my top 5 rappers.
No, we talking about producers
Five,
with bars.
all right,
Why wouldn't
top
the
5
Jizza be in your
producers.
Hold on, wait.
Wait.
hold
Why
on,
wouldn't he? Go back.
Why would he be in your top 5 MCs? Like,
No, I'm talking about producers.
but the
You don't produce.
He didn't produce. Like,
So my
Are you
top
high?
5. My top 5.
What's happening?
Not yet. I will be when I leave this session, but top 5 rappers that won't be on my list.
no, top 5 producers with bars that'll never be on this list.
Timberland.
Timberland.
He's
Tone.
a great producer.
Tone, one producer that
rapping.
raps that will
don't know.
never be on your list. Ever.
Okay, so I got like a serious one and a non-serious one. All right. Here's a non-serious one. RL from Next.
RL from Next.
He actually said he raps. And
Yeah.
he's a superstar producer.
Yeah.
All right, here's my real one. Diddy.
Diddy. Oh.
That was a good one.
That was a great one.
Last night could have been a love affection.
Damn, you know what? I got another one.
Last night.
I actually got a second one. KG from Naughty by Nature. Seriously. He did a lot of records. The RL record made me because he did UNITY. He did Too Close. He did Wifey next, and he rapped, and he would never be on this list ever. Now I have some children in the room. Can we swing the mic around? And I want to bring my son up. Before I get out of here. So AJ, welcome to the Inphamus Hour. First and foremost, congratulations because he's gonna graduate high school this
Round of
year.
applause.
Congratulations.
Hong Kong.
We'll make sure he gets laid.
What's up, AJ?
So my friends here want to take you to Hong Kong, and Hong Kong is not actually located in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
located in Mexico. Okay.
We'll find out.
What you mean? I'm just smart.
Hey.
You gotta
Hey,
let
yo.
the viewers know. Come on, they gotta know who they talking to.
Exactly.
I'm smart.
He
I'm
is.
smart,
No, he's
but-
smart.
But what happened?
Now when he was younger, right? I sat him down and I'm like, listen, okay, music is changing, but you got to know about Nas, you got to know about our era, Mobb Deep, and I made him listen to some artists, and he stuck with it to this day, but he's still in tune with the newer generation. So in the new generation right now, who is a producer that you guys consider that's elite that can rap?
j.cole.
j.cole.
Easily j.cole. I mean, when you think about it, j.cole has been here since he's like in the
07.
middle of in the middle of the 90s era and this era right now, and he's still dominating this era.
I actually looked it up. He's been around since 07.
Yeah.
And we're in 2021.
Yeah, that's why I say he's in the middle. And even with my generation, like I'm 17, I'm turning 18 on Wednesday.
Woo, happy birthday!
Even
Send all gifts up.
my young generation, everybody, Snapchat, Instagram, everybody, they talking about j.cole. Cole's nice.
j.cole.
You always got to respect Cole.
Okay, so is it a misconception? Because this is like an older audience that watches us.
Uh-huh.
Is it a misconception that your generation doesn't care about lyrics?
Doesn't care about what?
Lyrics.
I don't agree with that, because because the biggest artists right now, the artists that dominate the charts, they're all lyricists. Everybody respects Nicki Minaj. She always talks about her bars. We hear her all the time. Trust me, we hear her all the time. Everybody respects Cole. Everybody respects Drake for his bars, whether you think he writes them or not. I think he does. Pusha T's album was big. Who else?
No, this is cloth talk.
K Dot. Everybody loves K Dot. The top three right now, the three kings that everybody talks about, everybody respects them, and they're all lyricists. You can't take that away from them.
Wow, cloth talk. Here, bars.
So for you to say that for me is really naive. I think that's naive of like the older audience.
Ooh,
I think that's really
cloth talk.
Old heads.
Okay, so but all right. So we have
Raising your voice
all right,
at your dad.
so we have a audience of like, let's say like 40 and up, right? And the majority of us have kids at your age, but when we walk into your room, you're not listening to Kendrick. You're listening to Lil Keed. You're listening to.
I'm listening to Lil Keed.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you like an overall like perception. So why is it that this generation relates so much with this like quote unquote mumble rap?
Okay. Now that I'm talking about this, I just want to say that I feel like with my generation, a lot that mumble rap word was thrown around a lot, and I feel like it was a little bit overused because. For some parts, it wasn't true because there's still some young artists that I think that can rap. There's like the G Herbos. Now there's the Polo Gs, the Little Babies. Even Little Uzi, like you might hear him, like, yeah, but he can rap.
You know who had bars? King Von.
King Von has bars. Lil Durk. Don't forget about Lil Durk.
He got bars too.
There's definitely people that can rap. I just feel like artists in my generation now, they just don't get their flowers. They get disrespected so much. Because they get compared to the greats. They don't even have a chance to be great.
Cloth talk right now. So to our audience right now, right? Because again, it's an older audience and you're a younger gentleman. What would be the message that you would have to them on just hip hop in your generation and our relation to it in general?
For the older audience?
The older audience. Yeah.
I don't know if this is gonna get your audience offended, but just shut up and listen, because this is our generation. So that's all I say.
Shut up and listen.
Cloth talk.
You just gotta have that. Simple. That's it. I don't got nothing else to say. Appreciate what's there, because at the end of the day, you complain about this hip hop. There could be no hip hop after this. So you never know. If y'all really want to complain, there could be nothing. Y'all can just stick with the 90s and never have new music come out. Just think about the old times. Let music evolve. Simple.
But it could be argued that music didn't actually evolve.
Of course music evolved. That's so disrespectful to say.
But how could music evolve when it's been dumbed down? When if you scan the room. So if I walked into a room of 20 new rappers, only 3 of them fit the criteria of actually being able to rap. So this becomes a frustration with the older audience, because it's like if I walk in and I hear my daughter Harmony listen to music, there's not one person that she listens to that can actually rap.
Well, I'll say this. I say now the sound that's dumbed down now, I think that's like a lot in conjunction with like social media. So when people listen to music, the drugs, the money, the cars and stuff, that's all you see on social media. So that's what people rap about, because their image is built on social media. So I feel that's a lot why music dumbed down a lot. But I definitely do feel like there's artists that rap, but they just play with different sounds and stuff.
Okay.
So.
Round of applause. AJ. Clutch. You're going to Hong Kong. You want a ticket.
Take it, Hong Kong. First round.
So, again, final message before we wrap up, because this is very important, right? So, the final message, where do you think hip-hop is going? Right? Because it almost feels like a disconnect between my generation and your generation, right?
Well, hip hop by itself as a genre, I feel like hip hop will continue to grow because it's still dominating right now. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's the #1 genre right now. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It is.
Yeah, so I feel like as a genre, it'll continue to grow. The whole older audience and younger audience, I just think there has to be I don't know. You just have to find your music. There's so much music out there now. There's like SoundCloud, Spotify. Like there's so much stuff. YouTube. There's probably artists out there that can really rap that are just not in the forefront. I guess if you're mad at that, I can understand that.
Like Trippie Redd, for example.
Yeah, Trippie Redd can rap.
He's a good example because I remember on the day you came to me, you like Trippie Redd. He could really rap, and I only heard like some auto-tune stuff, but he got a song called "Can You Rap Like Me?"
Yeah.
He was really spitting.
Yeah, he was rapping on us. Triple A can rap. But,
he was.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these like younger artists, they just play around with sounds. They can rap, but it's not really like something they prefer to do, I guess. Because I think they want to be like different. Like they want to be more unique.
Could it be because your generation doesn't have an R&B genre of music? Like you don't have true R&B superstars. So it's almost like it almost feels like you guys are like filling in for what you're missing.
Yeah, I can definitely see that because like R&B back then at least, like in the 90s and even like the early 20s, like now the only like real R&B I guess you consider in our generation is like Drake. Like that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. So
and that's sad.
And that's a rapper.
Yeah.
And that's it. Oh, and Chris Brown.
Yeah. So it's almost like the kids are like filling in for something that they're missing.
Yeah, of course. But like, and another thing is too, a lot of the newer artists right now, like they grew up off of R&B, so a lot of those melodies they're bringing it into rap, because that's a new thing.
It's melodic. Round of applause, AJ. AJ, shout out your social media if they want to follow you.
I gotta post something, but you can follow me on Instagram, Food Eats AJ. Food Eats AJ.
Food Eats AJ. That's right. And of course, I'm the Infamous Amadeuz. Is the Inphamus Hour. Watch us live every single Thursday on 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Boom Bap Nation, and follow back with us on WBRK Star 101.7 FM. Shout out to my co-host Tol Vera and Ms. Get Adam. This is the Infamous Hour. Till next week. Stay safe. Stay blessed. And if you have that vaccine, you do not need to wear a mask anymore. See you next week.